Good morning, everyone. I'm Hardeep Singh. Today, going to present on the topic of process of selection done by HRs in an organization, and this is the topic of my subject called HRM, which is taught by our Madam Ruhi ma'am. And process of selection is just selecting the best possible candidates or applicants we have recruited from. And this presentation just give us an idea of what key steps and strategies and what challenges are faced during the process of selection. So let's move forward. So in the overview of selection process, we as an HR define the job requirements or the qualification required for the job, and then we try to attract as many applicants as possible, which which increases our chance of getting the potential uh, employee to hire. And then after this to process, we evaluate the candidates uh, quality or the specified skills that is required from the candidates, and then we make the selection of the best possible applicants that we have. And after that procedure, we start the screening method and shortlisting of the candidates. So in resume screening, automated tool is used to search some specific keywords in the resume of the applicants, which gives them a chance to move forward. And there are not if there are any red flags in the resume, they are rejected on spot. And the shortlisting method is reducing applicants pool that we have created in the process of recruitment for an efficient interview process. And it also gives a chance to every employer to get screened, and it is also called as a criteria based scoring or a ranking system method. So interview techniques and the best practices to use to take the interview are a structured interview, structured process of having question and answers from the HRs, also including some behavioral questions that can give us an sight of employee how the employee handles a difficult situation or a complicated situation. And panel interview are a procedure where a number of interviewers sit in front of the candidate and ask diverse questions, and they get a diverse feedback which helps in selecting the candidate more efficiently and effectively. And the and to create a very professional and respectful interaction, the candidate experience is also enhanced. So assessment model in selection is psychometric testing, work sample test, assessment centers, etc. So the psychometric testing helps us to get the mental state of the candidate, which helps us to understand them better. Work sample test helps us to understand the skill set or the type of work the candidate is able to do. And assessment center ha- combines the both these techniques, including exercises that they have performed and interviews they have given, to understand them mentally as well as the skill set they have. So, making the selection decision, the objective evaluation is done, team consensus is taken, and reference are checked of the candidate very carefully. So this gives us an overview idea, or this gives us a diverse perspective to understand how the candidate will perform or move forward in organization and make them profitable. After all this, there is a structured orientation of the new employees hired. Mentors are given to support the new hires to get adjusted in the organization culture, and they are also given continuous support in the starting days as well as in future, and getting the feedback of candidate in order to improve their experience in the organization. So uh, during these procedures, there are some legal and ethical consideration that the HR has to take into mind and move forward, that every candidate or every applicant should get a equal opportunity, and there should be no discrimination in the hiring process. Their privacy should be protected at all cost. A candidate's data should be confidential and securely kept with the HRs. There should be diversity and inclusion that promote a workforce representing a varied background, not just a typical some sort of groupism going on in the organization. And some common challenges that HR face during the selection process is bias in decision making, inaccurate assessment due to wide amount of data or very huge amount of data in world today, and if the organization hiring process is too lengthy, candidate may drop out in the middle of interview, or there can be legal risk if the organization is non-compliant, and that can cause legal litigation and penalties on the organization. So these are some of the challenges that the organization face during hiring process. So after all this, the key steps or the next steps that the organization is selecting people very strategically and mindfully, using a lot of variation of assessment tools that can give us an average of all data which is reliable and can be used, and it should also ensure that there is fairness in interview process, and the organization is compliant to legal requirements, and it also support the onboarding applicants and new hires to the organization. So that's it for my presentation, and thank you for your time.